Aloha, kakahiaka means good morning to you. Aloha, kakahiaka, ohayo gozaimasu. Zao Shanghao, and good morning to my Jams and Jellies. My name is Jelly Jaymie Jam. Welcome back to another video. So today I have a very fun science pack. It is called the Magic School Bus Diving into Slime, Gel, and Goo. And this is supposed to be taking a dive into polymers. Polymers, I don't recall what they are. It's been a very long time since I had very basic science classes. But here we go. This is going to be a lot of fun. I have not watched an episode of the Magic School Bus in so many years. However, I was such a fan of Magic School Bus. I still am. Magic School Bus has taught me so much over the years, and I actually do own one of the DVDs for the, I believe it's for one of the space episodes that they have. So, here we go. Oh, how cute. So on the inside, it is a basic science kit. Here is one of the packages. And I believe this is to hold some of the vials. Here we have stickers for page 5 and page 6. Let's see, so far there is a note from the desk of Miss Frizzle, and this is also not to be used by children except under adult supervision. Thank goodness I'm an adult with an inner child. And let's see. Here we have some little introductions for Tim, Carlos, Phoebe, Dorothy Ann, Arnold, Keisha, Ralphie, Wanda, and Liz, as well as Miss Frizzle. And let's see, our materials that we have are enclosed. Alright. Here we have our 3 test tubes for our test tube rack. Here is the snow polymer. We have some jiggly marbles. This is some gel crystals. Then we have our funnel, measuring spoon, the popsicle stick, and pipette. It also came with some glue and a little measuring cup. And this is borax. Avoid contact with eyes and do not ingest. What I immediately love about this is that it not only tells you what materials you have, but the materials given are all labeled, and I like how they have a lot of the warnings on here. So let's see. First up, poly means many and mer means segments, so polymer means many segments. I like this. It's very reminiscent of the book. And it already has some activities for these stickers. So let's do that right now. Let me know in the comments down below if you grew up watching Magic School Bus. This is definitely meant more for kids. However, I'm happy to be doing this as a 22-year-old. What I think I love the most about the Magic School Bus is the opening song, which I think is a banger and a classic, but also the little Q&As that they have at the end of the episodes. I always found those to be very interesting. And I love the little random cameos of Arnold's cousin. I believe her name is Janet. So here is page 5. Some of them are crooked, but that is a-okay. Next up, There are some more here. Let's see. Here we have some more stickers to apply, as well as a new experiment. Now remember to do this under adult supervision. And the last one. And here we go. Now this one is Wanda's experiment. It's can the polymer casing be used as glue? Let's see. To use this you would need milk and vinegar. However, I think I'm going to pass on this experiment only because I already have glue. So let's move on to Carlos's experiment. Let's see, we will need the glue, some food coloring, borax, and water. It looks like we'll also be needing the popsicle stick and measuring spoon. Let's see. So I am going to need to fill out 1 measuring cup of the borax to a bowl with warm water. I will be right back. So we have the warm water and borax with some glue and food coloring. According to this, I have to mix both. And then there's my tray. That's my tray. Okay, this should be fine. Okay, so let's do a mix. So that seems mostly mixed and mostly dissolved for the most part. So now we're going to mix some of this dye and glue. Look at that. And now we are supposed to add a measuring cup, which is 25 milliliters of the borax solution. I, however, left that in the sink, so I'm just going to pipette this just a bit. Right amount. Just trying to eyeball it. So with that, let's mix some more. Oh, gross, look at that. It just clumped right to the popsicle stick. I believe we just made some. Yep, we made slime. Look at that. Moving on to the next experiment, it is to turn this slime, this ooey gooiness, into a rubber ball. And to make this into a rubber ball, we need to keep adding that borax solution. So I added 2 more pipettes. Let's see if we can make this into a ball. It can hold its form, it doesn't stick too much, but let's add just a little more borax to this. This feels so bizarre. Ooh. Maybe it needs some more borax. So let's add another pipette to it. or two and give it a little mix around. It has completely cleaned off most of the cup. I think we have our little ball. It actually does have a little bounce to it. So that is yet another science experiment. Let's see what is next. Let's see, this one looks like fun. It looks like we're going to be needing our test tubes, as well as some water and the snow polymers. So let's me go and take care of the borax and the rubber ball that we made, and I will be right back. Okay, so we are back. We have our test tubes. We have our funnel for the next experiment. And this time, we should be having some fun with snow. Now, here is the snow polymer. First up, we need to put in 10 milliliters of water into our first test tube. A little extra, but that's a-okay. So here we go. Funnel out. Next we need 3 scoops of this with our little measuring spoon. I'm going to be putting it into this clear cup. So let's do... Oh, it's a funky little texture. Roughly 3. So let's see what happens when we add water to this. It looks like it dissolves and it looks like it's expanding. Huh. It's pretty cool. So it looks like it completely expanded and somewhat crystallized, I suppose. Very interesting. It looks very crumbly. There we go. So this is the snow polymer with some water. Very cool. It has a very bizarre kind of texture to it when you touch it. It's almost a bouncy, rubbery feeling. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm actually going to be putting this in the freezer, and then I will show you in the morning what happened to it. So put that in the freezer. Next up we have, ooh, this should be fun. We are using the gel crystals next, as well as another 10 milliliters of water. So here are the crystals. So we are going to be putting 4 of these into a new vial, or test tube. Oh, these feel weird. So, 1 in. I'm struggling here. Oh, that's too many. Release. Thank you. So I just put in 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's stuck here. So there goes 3 and 4. Here we're going to do another 10 milliliters of water to see what happens. So my trusty little funnel. Let's see what happens to these crystals. Let's see, so far nothing is initially happening. However, we are going to wait another hour. Sorry, I'm tapping out the little air bubbles that were trapped. So while that is going for the next hour, next up we are doing the 3 scoops of jiggly marbles. First up, I need to give the mixing spoon and measuring cup a little rinse. You don't want to cross-contaminate anything. So let's wipe that off. There's some little snow polymers that were stuck in here. Moving on. The next experiment is to add 3 scoops of the jiggly marbles into a test tube with another 10 milliliters of water. So let's open this one up. We have some stubborn jiggly marbles that are stuck in my spoon. They don't want to come out. Come out, please. Wow. That should be okay. So that's 1. Two. And let's get our 3rd scoop. And 3. There we go. Yeah. So 3 scoops of our 3 scoops of our jiggly marbles. And now we need our 10 milliliters of water. So let's see what happens. Looks like it's an immediate reaction. Most of them sank to the bottom already. The others are still stuck to the walls of the test tubes. Now let's see, we're going to have to also wait another hour to see what happens, and the gel crystals seem to be expanding their form, though they're also changing their texture. And the jiggly marbles have already dropped. Now another experiment, the very last one, is to include a scoop of this and this together in a large cup. However, I think I'm just going to add 2 crystals into the test tube, as well as a scoop of the jiggly marbles. I'm stuck yet again. No. There we go. Give them an encouraging shove. There we go. And let's add some water to this little experiment. Somebody is cutting grass at 8 o'clock at night. Good for them. There we go. And so, seems there is quite the reaction. Ooh, checking back on our gel crystals, they seem to be expanding further as they are now being deformed in their shape. And in comparison, here are the jelly marbles to the ones I just added. And of course, in another comparison, I just added water to these crystals, and this is 2 of them just added is slightly larger than 1 expanded. So I will be back in 1 hour. Alrighty guys, so it's been roughly an hour and here we go. Our jelly marbles are now coming out of the water from their expansion, and they are practically transparent now with just their centers being colored. As for our gel crystals, here they are. They've probably quadrupled in size, but that is that for our magic school bus diving into slime, gel, and goop. Good morning. It has been about 8 hours. It is a beautiful morning now, and here is our snow polymer. It is frozen solid. See if I can wriggle it out. And here it is, frozen solid. I am going to leave this out to thaw. It still has some really odd texture. It's kind of bouncy and rubbery. So, probably gonna leave this out to thaw. Thank you so very much for watching. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of the video, what you want to see next. Like the video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it, consider subscribing, being part of the Pantry, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. My name is Jelly Jaymie Jam, and I will see you in the next video. Mahalo and hui hou!